My man.
Dude.
Here we go. What we got tonight, brother?
Nothing here. We got a confirmation out here. Huh?
Oh, man, I got to put my head down on that one, huh?
Yeah, but
yeah, I mean, look, I didn't say he wasn't.
He skipped the line, no, wasn't it?
No, that's 100%. So Michael Franzese, I mean, I had my doubts.
Okay.
Wasn't, because of the way he was conning and this and that and dates and shit, and books were closed for 20 years, and then he gets made. He's 20 fucking 3 or 4 years old. I'm thinking, wait a minute. Was this just one of those? He's made and keep it inside of the family. He's got status like Joe Watts had status, but
yeah.
No, I got the message today. He was definitely made 100%. Not a YouTube fucking investigation, not a Google investigation, an actual message from someone in the life. Sent me a text and said, no, 100%, definitely, exclamation mark. And then I gave him a quick call and he said, but Sammy Bull was on the money, 100%. 100% Sammy Bull was on the money. He got pushed up on the line for sure.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah.
There was actually quite a few people pissed off back in the days when that happened. This guy's old now. Now we can't say old. He's in his 60s.
Right.
So 65, 66. So he's right in that time. Right around the time he knows them all.
Yeah, but he says that the reason for getting made and stuff is more for feeling accepted or some shit like that.
Yeah, that was if we were watching that's not the actual, that's the whole mob thing, and when Sammy and Mike were sitting down having that chit chat about what it means and why do you get made. I bet David was asking them some questions, and they're saying, well, no, they said something about I think it was Sammy said something about it. It's about being accepted, feeling accepted. Now,
feeling accepted.
Accepted. Now, I wouldn't expect something like that to come out of their mouth. Now, I could see that coming out of the mouth of a kid who was an orphan, who has no parents, who's on the street, and he needs to get into a club or a gang or something like that. I can really understand that because they got no one to, no one to accept them, right? They are. But a lot of these grown men, when they get into the mob, not all of them, because I know some real good, solid motherfuckers that are solid as can be. But a lot of them, they turn to the mob as just like either Sammy or Mike said it, as a part of, they're accepted by other guys that are like them.
They want to be a part of something.
Exactly. They want to be a part of something. And some of these guys, they take that seriously, whether they're made or not. They don't have to be a made guy. They could be an associate, never be made.
Exactly.
Guys like, Watts, for example, never get made, but they take this shit serious.
Yeah.
And they ain't snitching on anyone, and they go to prison and they come out, and because
they get on. They feel a part of something, and they protect it, and they go with it. You know what I mean?
That's their only family that they ever knew.
Exactly.
No, that's absolutely in that one.
Another thing that caught my eye from that video was I think it was Franzese that said it, right? That betrayal is inevitable. That's the way you say the word. Inevitable because of the greed, envy, and jealousy within the mob.
Yeah, yep. I was thinking before, that's bullshit, right? I was bullshit, and I was bullshit. I say, wait a minute. Sammy says, was it Sammy or Mike? He said it's inevitable.
I think it was
they both said it. They actually agreed.
They both agreed on it. That's what it was.
It's inevitable. And I'm thinking, nah, fuck that. That's not true. It's inevitable bullshit. And then I thought, wait a minute.
Well, it's inevitable. However the hell you say that word, if you come in, like, for instance, you and I, you know what I'm saying? Shit, like you said, you joked around. Shit, you could have flipped on me, and you could have done two years.
Yeah,
gone home. You know what I'm saying? But you didn't betray me, right?
Right.
I wouldn't betray you. You know what I mean? There's a lot of friends that I didn't betray.
Right.
But it's not something that comes from within us.
No.
But we have to deal with it.
Right.
With other people, because I got ratted on. You got ratted on.
That was my point. As I was starting to talk about Sammy and saying he's full of shit and blah blah blah, and then I started thinking, wait a minute, is it inevitable? Because I didn't rat, but I got ratted on.
Exactly.
You
So
know,
in a way, they're right. In a
they
way,
are.
you know what I mean? Like
Unless it's just me and you
I've
dealing.
never betrayed a friend. Never.
Right.
You know, never. You know what I'm saying? But my friends of mine have betrayed me. You know what I mean? Close
Yeah.
friends that I thought that were family.
Oh yeah, like that fat motherfucker.
Exactly, that piece of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Too, son of a bitch. He got us both. He got us both, that motherfucker, huh?
You know, and then but so it is in a way. It's we got to face it one way or another.
What's the word you're looking for?
Inevitable, some shit like that.
Oh,
I just I went the easy way.
Oh, fuck, that's good.
Oh shit. Oh man, yeah, but you know how it goes, kid. We're like we say the other day, we're within a dirty game. We were within a dirty game, and people just had to keep it straight. It's already crooked enough. Why make it even more crooked? But a lot of people don't see shit like that. You know what I mean? So
yeah, like what's his name well, Fat Boy had those fucking two Cuban brothers jack your shit,
right?
And then you start talking, we're like, hold on a second,
and we
I
put two and two together.
Fucking how many years later?
A lot, man.
How many fucking years later?
Fucking that was like 12 years, 15 years later.
Damn. That's insane.
You think he got any of it left? He gave it to the government.
Gave it all away. Tried to buy his way out. That shit didn't work.
Oh man. What else we got? Mike. Well, he's always saying that he doesn't have any immunity, no? Franzese.
Immunity, yeah. Now everyone knows. Now it was either a king for a day, queen for a day, but I think it's a queen for a day. It used to be a king for a day.
Is what I've read in the comments.
A queen it fits better, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You're not a man.
No.
You're fucking debriefing. So when Sammy was squeezing him in that Mafia States of America on whether or not he wasn't really squeezing him, but he was kind of hinting, you didn't kill anybody, and Mike with his fucking slick tap dancing around shit. Say, listen, you don't know this because I didn't say it, and then he tries to say that he doesn't have immunity. Well, YouTube world, just so you know, when you sit down, and the gas pipe is a good example. Okay, right. Gas pipe's a good example. When you sit down with the government and you debrief, and they got a 302 on you, and you get your queen for a day, the deal with the government says you're to tell them everything you did. If you leave something out, your cooperation, for example, Franzese, 10 years, knocked down to 3, or whatever he was dealing with as part of his debriefing. If they find out that you left something out, your deal's off the table. Now, if you forgot something because listen, like we talked the other day, we did thousands of crimes.
Right.
Yeah, but when you're talking about knocking someone off, you don't forget that unless you've knocked off like Popeye and you're knocking off thousands of fucking people. Yeah, you're not going to remember.
Exactly. You don't know which ones you
But if it's 3, 5, 10 people that you knocked off and you're sitting down with the government, Sammy gave it all up. He didn't leave out. As a matter of fact, when Sammy sat down with the government and debriefed, it's the first time he mentioned shooting that kid by accident. Not by accident, but shooting that kid. It wasn't an accident. I don't think anyone was thinking. I think tempers were hot. He was scared, saw someone, and just fucking shot without thinking. But that was the first time, he mentioned it because he knew. Imagine if he did all that cooperation against John Gotti. He's got his 19 involvements in murders. Well, let's say it was 18. Right. And then while he's waiting to get transferred into witness protection after he does his little short bit of time, his 2-3 years, they find out that he shot that kid. Yeah. All that would have been gone.
That would have been
gone. Sammy would have done his full sentence, whatever the full sentence was originally.
Right.
It was going to be some sort of at least life, 19 murders, John Gotti, all the shit. He would have been looking at life easily. So Sammy cleaned his plate with the government. It's the same thing Mike did. He cleaned his fucking plate.
Totally.
And there's no way in the world that he withheld a murder.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Yeah, he said in that video he was talking, I don't remember what was the subject about, But he said that there was a rumor about his mom that she was having an affair or something like that, and that
Yeah,
was the
yeah,
first time he ever almost killed someone or something like that.
yeah. Something. I guess someone in Mike's family was they had the same last name, Franzese, right?
Yeah.
Said something, a rumor about Mike's mom, and then Mike turned around and said that was the first time I forgot how he worded it, but it was really slick. First time I was almost
That was the first time I almost ever killed someone.
I almost ever killed someone. I don't know. I almost ever killed someone. I don't know how that works, but first time I almost killed someone, the first time I almost ever killed, I don't know. But anyway, he didn't kill the guy, obviously. And
Yeah.
it was a rumor, obviously.
Right.
But as far as, Mike's just trying to keep up this, I killed someone.
Totally.
I don't know why he just doesn't say he didn't. It's not like all his
No big
followers are
deal.
going to leave.
Exactly.
Nobody gives
No
a
big
fuck.
deal. I actually, in a way to make him a better person.
Right?
If he's
Right?
never killed anyone.
Imagine he's a made guy without killing
Live,
anybody. Because that goes to
living.
show you what? It goes to show you how important he was. That's the bottom
Exactly.
line. He
Exactly.
made so much money, he was able to
Exactly.
get made without whacking people. See, now I get people pissed off. Like
Totally.
Sandra Bull's mad.
It's a plus for him.
It
You know
is
what
a
I mean?
plus.
So I don't understand why he just doesn't come out and say I never killed anyone.
I didn't have to use my hands.
And
I
you know
used my
what?
head.
And speaking in how can I say this? In a good way towards him, in a positive way towards Franzese. I don't agree with the way he carries himself with all the bullshit and all that.
Right.
But it's that part is, how can I say it, admirable, that you're living in this fucking world that it's all betrayal, like what he says, and it's always, got to be worried about someone backstabbing you, and then you got to take care of business because you got to do this and you got to do that, and you get away without having to hurt anybody.
Could you imagine getting to the top, becoming the boss
Admirable.
without having it? Without Ed,
It's admirable.
It sure is.
So, I don't understand why he wouldn't just come clean. You know what I mean? Because he wants to keep it up there, like, for people to think he's a tough guy, or or maybe if he says he doesn't, he looks weaker. No.
And then you got the kids. He's got kids. What does his kids think? What would you want your kids to think you killed somebody if you didn't? And even if you did, you want them to think you didn't.
Exactly.
Right? I wouldn't in a million years want to put that out there. A million fucking years. No, never did it, never seen it. Don't like anybody who did it anyway.
Nope.
That was way back when. Not that person anymore.
Totally.
See?
Totally.
See?
You know what I mean? So
I got listen, Mike's gonna come clean the next year.
You're what do you call it?
Manipulating?
You're looking into your what do you call it? The crystal ball.
Yeah, he's gonna come clean. He's gonna come clean. The thing is, when he comes clean, he's got to be real slick. Now, Mike is a master of being slick.
Right.
He could turn around and say, "Listen, I never killed anybody, but I never said that I did." See how easy that is?
Yeah.
I never said that I did. It's just like he's a great guy. He can spin words.
Yeah.
I never said that I did. I'm just letting you know that I really didn't, because people are assuming that I did.
Well, maybe another thing, something that's probably he's thinking also from all his stories, I guess, from what was the guy that they tried to shake down Michael Jackson and
right.
That I had to go in there and talk to them, and persuade them, and I wasn't a rude guy, and either he's involved in the tour or he's not involved in the tour. So he that tough guy, he wants to keep people in the air, maybe this guy must have killed somebody if he's talking like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Or like what I said before, he's never killed anyone, but he's instigated for other people to say, hey, yo. You know what I'm saying? He said this shit about you, or he instigated shit so it can go that route and keep himself clean.
Right. Now, between, like, for example, how am I going to say this one? How many people do me and you know that have not done it, but had to just say to someone, go take care of this, right? How many people you and me know did the same shit?
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah. Exactly.
And for Mike, you don't have to be a tough guy to be scary. See, when you walk around and they know you're in the mob, and they know, it doesn't matter if you shot anybody or not. They know who's behind you. You got 100 killers behind you. They just know who you are. I know a lot of guys that we're not this. They're not trigger people, but they sure did act like it. And they could.
I know someone that acts like that. And you know what I'm saying? And this person has ordered, and this fool can't even stand the sight of blood.
Really?
He can't. Like, he sees a dog or something. Oh, blah, blah. I'm like, you gay, you know what I'm saying?
That's funny.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so, I think Mike will figure out a way to, because look, you got the church. He's got the church thing. He's got to let him know he didn't do it. I just don't get it. Yeah. Unless the church thing's not that important to him. Let him know you didn't do it. And even if you did do it, if you did, now's the time where lying comes in. I didn't do it.
Right.
Because if he doesn't have immunity, right, so-called, there's someone out there that knows you did it and where you did it, and you can still get arrested for it. See, doesn't make any sense. Bullshit.
Well, he did say in the video that his dad taught him that, what was it, that for instance, that they committed a crime together. Right. He says, after we commit that crime, is that which was a good advice.
Yeah, excellent. 1 hour later.
Excellent advice. 1 hour later, you ask me about what happened, I'm going to tell you what the hell are you talking about.
That's
you know what I'm saying? So,
but when they go to knock people off, the stupid thing they do is when they go to knock people off, they always send 2 or 3. They don't do it by themselves. One guy's driving, one guy's coming, one guy's watching. Now you got 3 witnesses. The way I would like to do it, if someone ever handed me a piece of paper, it'd be like this. Someone's name's on the piece. Don't tell me anything to put the name on a piece of paper. All right. By the end of the week, you'll see it on the news. Don't ask me how. Just don't ask me how. It'll be on the news by the end of the week. No one's coming with me. I ain't telling you when, where, what, who, when. It'll be on the news.
Or how.
Or how. You ain't gonna know nothing. Just put the name on a piece of paper. That's it. That's all I need.
That's it.
Simple.
That's it. That's it.
I'll call you and say, hey, send over the fucking no.
The drone. You gotta learn how to the drone. Oh man, kid. Well, that's a good one. Well, at least the way it's going, he's a pretty smart guy. You know what I mean? He's been through all this bullshit and never had to kill anybody. More power to him.
And the other thing I saw, Sammy the Bull was cracking on him about that $15 million. Now there was a video, someone, we got a lot of YouTube guys sending us emails and shit, and it was good. It was in the first minute or two that Franzese says he paid on the 15 million. He paid 250,000.
250,000.
He made a deal. Yeah. I didn't watch it past there. I know. Bet David asked him, "How did you cut the deal?" And I can't remember what the answer was. Do you?
Yeah. No. I don't remember. But I know the video you're talking about. Yeah, that he did admit that he settled for 250,000.
On 15 million, you settled with our government for 250. You know what I like when people get out of jail in 20 years? They got a 20-year sentence and they get out in 2, and they say, "Well, how'd you get out?" And they go, "I had a good lawyer."
Yeah, okay.
That's everyone's excuse. I had a great lawyer, motherfucker. You ain't got no fucking good lawyer. Your ass got good lips.
Yeah, totally. Listen, now that you mentioned this guy, what's this guy's name? The one that the show?
David?
Yeah, him. Who is he? Where's he from? How is he involved in all this shit? How the fuck? I don't know anything about him.
I don't know too much about him. All I know is he's got a big YouTube channel called Valet something shit or Bet David some shit. Anyway, he's got a huge channel, 4 million followers or something like that.
Okay.
He lives near me in Boca.
But is he Italian?
No, he's Iranian.
Because sometimes he sounds Cuban.
He's Iranian. Yeah, he's Middle Eastern and he's a Christian. So there's a big story behind him. I don't know what it is. The only thing I didn't like that he did recently was a tour of his house. What's the word? There's a word for that. No class. No class. You don't have class when you're doing a tour of your house, putting it on fucking YouTube. There's people that can't.
Too much ego.
Doesn't seem like that type. Now, anyone with a $20 million house got an ego anyway, right? You don't need a house that big.
Right.
I can't stand fucking cleaning a small house.
Yeah.
Imagine a big one.
Yeah.
Having to walk to the kitchen at night, or you have a kitchen in your bedroom?
I got a friend's got to catch a cab from the kitchen.
Catch a cab to the next room. Fuck that. I like small, quick, get out, you know? Fuck that.
Right? Oh man. Yeah, because I was wondering, I see him talking and everything at the beginning when we started doing this stuff. I thought he was just like, somebody they put there, but no, he's the man behind everything now. Huh?
No, he's got deep pockets. That's for sure. As Sammy would call him, a heavyweight. He's a heavyweight. He's legit, but he's a heavyweight for sure.
Okay, cool.
He interviews a lot of people, not just mobsters. I mean, a lot of people.
Really?
Top notch across the board.
Once we get settled in, but me, I'm trying to set work up so I can, we can start putting more time into this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's hard. I mean, we only got to put in
it's
fucking 20 minutes a night, and it's still hard with the time.
Listen,
I mean, we still have
I'm
the time.
trying, you know what I mean? Now as soon as we hang up, I gotta be up. I gotta be up at 4 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Get up at 6. I mean, come back at 6. I'm in bed by 8 again. It's hard. It's hard.
The grind. It's the grind.
Kid. We gotta stay on top of business. We gotta stay on top of our things. You know what I'm saying? But it'll slow down soon. So let's see what ideas we come up with this. And we haven't gotten any comments or any emails for the third the haters or anyone with
Oh
the good
no,
stuff.
I have to check. And there's a guy that keeps sending me. He sends a lot of not emails, but makes I lost my mind. Comments.
The comments.
Yeah, he comments a lot, and he sent me a comment saying, "Hey man, answer my email." So if you're watching, I'm looking, I can't find it. He's got his comments really long.
Email again.
Huh?
Mafia made 1971.
Mafia made 1971 at gmail.com. And if anyone, once again, if you got a story, me and Carlos were talking about this yesterday. If you got a story, you've been in prison, you got a real good story, whether you cooperated or not, it depends on your cooperation. I want to hear that you took down your fucking family. But if there was a legitimate reason, like you were married to a kingpin and you had nothing to do with it, but something, yeah. Oh, imagine her calling. Wouldn't that be great?
Right?
Great if she called. Holy moly.
Hey, listen, remember what we were talking about earlier? About the idea that we're trying to put together? Yeah. I got a name for it, and I'm gonna just go ahead and leak it out there so they can intrigue the subscribers and the people watching. We're gonna call it the YouTube cartel. Okay.
The YouTube cartel, YTC.
Okay.
YouTube cartel. Okay.
Okay, that's gonna be. We got to brand it.
Watch. We do this. You watch how many others follow.
Okay, we're gonna do something like that. Once we get the idea together, we're gonna put it out there. See, and see what we start. We can start something nice with that.
That's a good one.
We still haven't come up with a fucking plan to how the hell am I gonna give away a trip?
Yeah, that's true. You got to give away the trip.
Yeah. And for March, no?
Yeah, wasn't it January, February?
No, February is the one that's already set up.
Oh, well, it goes February into March.
Yeah, we're doing one towards the end, the last days of March, or towards the first weeks of April. No,
you tell me. We got to let them know.
Yeah, well, we got to start setting up the dates. I'll tomorrow when we record it, we'll let them know through here.
All right, so the second
I'll look at the calendar.
Trip, anybody wanting to go on the second Colombia trip, because the first one is February, what is it? February 25th?
25th to the 2nd.
All right, so that one's booked. And all you guys in Australia, we got Australia, England, people from England coming, Australia coming.
Yeah, cool. That's going to be cool.
Yeah, they're traveling, boy. So the second round will be
end of March, beginning of April.
Right.
5 days also.
Hit me on an email, mafiamade1971 at Gmail. You need to have your passport. Yeah, okay. You have to have your passport. Nobody with any issues, please. We're not sounding boards. No offense, but if you mind's got to be clear, at least clear mind. Okay, clear mind. All right, because you're coming to Colombia. We don't want to babysit. We're going to watch out for you, but we're not babysitting. Totally. That's for sure.
Well, that'll be good. So so let's start setting that up, okay? And let's start working on this idea of the YTC. YTC. You got a YTC, okay?
Okay. All right, brother. You
All right,
sounds
my
good.
friend. All
All
right,
right. I'll
be
talk to you
good.
soon. All right. Bye.
Later, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.